What is up, friends? Welcome back to So Rare First Pitch. I'm Alex Hooper, about to take you through the upcoming 2 game weeks. Hope you had a great weekend in terms of rewards. We actually have 4 rewards, show high, to open on this particular episode, so I'm excited. Not necessarily high tier rewards, except the limited, but 2 rares, and I'm happy to have them. So we're going to take a quick look through this week. Also, I want to talk a little bit about the different divisions and just talk about what you should be looking at when you're deciding how to play them. So if you see here, I obviously have my common, free to play, limited all-star, limited pro, and rare all-star. So the easiest thing I can say is the more scarce cards. So unique, super rare, rare, limited, common. The higher up on that tier, the more valuable they're going to be dependent on the player. Right now we're seeing some limiteds crisscross with rares, so you can find better players for a cheaper price than limited, potentially win, a high-end limited that might be more expensive than a low-tier rare. So the way I am approaching things is I'm putting as much as I can into my rare team, but if you look at some of the names here, might not be huge names. I'm not looking at, Mets stacks or Yankees stacks, no Aaron Judge, anything like that. I'm also not necessarily prioritizing playing my best limiteds in rare. Um, Maybe something I should consider, but as they phase out limited cards, I just wanted to be more set up for those game weeks. But we'll take a look at that in a second as well. So, limited pro, I'm running all limiteds, limited all star, I'm running all limiteds again. Um, you can play commons here, you can play commons here. So the thing really quick, limited pro, if you are not familiar, if you look at the prize pool, you can win rares in limited pro. And when rare pro opens, you will be able to win super rares. And that's where I'm going to be putting all of my eggs because I'm trying to move up to super rare. So that's what I am going to prioritize. If you are a limited player currently who wants to try and win limited rares, or sorry, rare cards instead of limiteds and move up to rare, this is where you want to prioritize. If you're just happy playing limited and you still want to build up your limited team, I mean, if you look at this prize pool, 250 will get you, top 250 will get you a tier 5. That's not really going to help you going forward in limited. But if you look at the prize pool for limited all-star, you can get that for 600. So you're more likely to get up here. You can get, top 10 get tier 1s, whereas, you can't even get a tier 1 here. Yeah. So you cap out at limited tier 2. This is actually where I finished barely. Um, or no, sorry, I finished up here. I got a tier 4 rare. So actually that might not even be that good. The tier 2 limited might actually be worth more than a tier 4 rare. So I'm actually going to open a tier 2 limited from my limited all-star lineup and a tier 4 rare from limited pro. So we'll take a look at those values later and kind of see, like how different um how different it might be. So just wanted to touch on that really quick. Let's look at the best limited all-star lineup. It's great. Great with the nice little Braves stack. Who'd they play? Miami. I think they faced off against Miami in Miami all weekend, so that's a great matchup to target. Juan Soto also had a nice week. Michael Harris went off. Dalton Varsho is a valuable card for his price, and Martin Perez. So a one-pitcher lineup. Juan Soto put up a pitcher-like score, and then 44 out of your out of your closer is pretty nice. That was pretty close to that. All right, way down here. Ooh, you see some commons. Big day from Blake Snell, 2 pitchers, more Braves, including Michael Harris. I would guess that you had to have him. That's a pretty outlier score. There he is again. Here, I liked Christian Javier. Olson went off. Not much out of your pitchers. So there again, you get 71s and 64s. You don't need to worry about playing 2 pitchers, but also, a little bit better out of your closer and you're looking at first. So that's just kind of looking at optimal builds. All right, so over to Limited Pro. You see some bigger differences here. Harris had to have been in this lineup. There he is. Judge Common. I played Rodon. Still got Jansen, Olsen. I had Altuve. Two pitchers. Just these nice little baseline scores. Better than a 5 from Clase, but 44 is much better. So one pitcher again. Not much out of either of them, but Harris, Olsen, and 59 out of Pollock. That's a nice little find. Harris, Swanson didn't do much. Clase didn't do much. But Logan Webb had a huge day. So pitchers can make the difference. Don't want to spend too much time on this. Really quick, if you look, anyone other than CJ Cron. I played CJ Cron here because he was playing a bad pitching staff at Coors. And on the opposite side of that, Christian Walker at Coors, he slots in here. Let's see, I'm looking at 37 extra points. That's 252. Yeah, I'm 6th. So those decisions make a big difference. Really, I should have played Jose Ramirez with this Astro stack. Jose Ramirez is the best player I have. He and Yordan Alvarez, and they kind of underperformed relative to some of these other guys. But you see two pitchers. Camilo Doval is an extreme value right now in the market. If you can go get him, I had him down on a rare. Rough day here. Muncy went off. Didn't get Javier here. Just lost 9 points there. But Hunter Renfroe had a big day yesterday. I had him on the market. He sold pretty quickly, but 285, 8.8, 285, 6. So Harris, yes. Braves, Gonsolin, Logan Webb. Harris. Ooh, Harris limited. Okay, still got the Logan Webb. Big time out of Hendricks. Alex Bregman, I had him in my Astros stack and I sold him for like an 89-cent gain. Not great. Willie Adames didn't do much, but yeah, if I would have had Breggy in there, I would have been even higher than 6th and would have won what? Would have been, maybe top 3. So yeah, it's tier 2. I would have been looking at tier 2 rare, which is what I sold for Renfroe. So it would have been nice, but all right. So that's last week. Really quick. Again, this is one of those like you have 4 hours to see this before you can make any decisions on this upcoming Monday game week. Early start time if you're seeing this before 3 p.m. I believe the start time for this game week is 2:40 p.m. Eastern because of the Guardians Tigers doubleheader. So if you're seeing this now, make sure you get your lineups in, and anything I run through here, you're gonna have to go get it quick and probably not an auction. But Twins pitching, Sonny Gray, Tyler Mahle, Joe Ryan. I believe I'm running out 2 of them. Garrett Cole, if you can afford him against the Rays, I like that. Nestor Cortez against the Rays, I really like that. It is at Yankee Stadium, so beware the lefties. And then San Diego pitchers, Joe Musgrove and Sean Manaea, each have a nice matchup this week against Miami at Miami, and then they face the lowly Nationals. So those are 2 back-to-back really good starts. And if you can grab them before this game week for cheap, you might see a boost in their price because if they have 2 good games, then that L15 is going to be high, and people are going to be looking at those 2 guys on the market, and you could probably resell them for a lot come this time next week. I really like those. I got a Manaea rare. I'm bidding on a Musgrove. How much longer until that thing's up? Because I don't want y'all stealing them from me. I got an hour and 17 minutes. So yeah, if you want to outbid me, feel free, I guess. But this might not even be up by then. You probably aren't even going to make it to this. So hopefully I win them. Next week, though. So we're talking weekend coming up. Still no Rare Pro opening. So that stinks. I'm not happy about that. But some cheap pitchers. Sean Manaea, again, rare price, 0.015. Let's take a look. Let me actually share the right screen this time, unlike the last time I did this. All right, so let's pull up our spreadsheet here. We're going to look at San Diego pitching. So Manaea's gone up a little bit, probably because I bid him up a tiny bit to get him. Snell is actually pitching A little heightened price, not going to help you as much rest of the season, but if you prefer him, that's fine. And then Musgrove's a little higher at 0.36. But as you can see, like all three of their limiteds, I mean, very, very minor prices. And you do get Darvish at the end of this game week, but he's not going to help you next weekend. So yeah, I really like those spots. Cheap. Luis Castillo at Oakland. Last I checked, he was 0.39. Same with Brandon Woodruff, 0.39 at the Cubs. So those are both good options. And then Shane Bieber against the White Sox. The White Sox are bad against right-handed pitchers, 0.054, maybe a little rich, but those are some less cheap options than Manaea. The other thing I wanted to note pitching wise, Spencer Strider faces the Mets tonight, and then he faces Houston on Saturday. He's not going to face two better offenses in a stretch, so if he gets roughed up a little bit, his price might fall, and he might be as cheap as you're going to find him for a while. So keep an eye on Spencer Strider. Let's look at where's his price at now. Oof. Yeah, I mean, that's way too rich for my blood. Like, I don't think he makes that much of a difference long term if you hit the right relievers. There's like, I will never pay that price for him. I would pay that price for a super rare eventually, but I'm not going to play in that water. That's like as much as my whole baseball gallery is worth right now for what it's worth. And I'm churning rewards every week. So, like, I'm not touching them. This, maybe eventually, because then I can start really rolling some good rewards in limited. So, um, okay, some hitters for the upcoming weekend. My two favorite stacks. The cheap one, the Giants. You can make a four-man stack of Brandon Belt, Brandon Crawford, Jock Peterson, and Mike Yastrzemski for 0.031. So that's less than the Musgrove rare. Um, these are rare prices. You can play Belt, Crawford, Jock Peterson, and Mike Yastrzemski next week for 0.031. That's great. You can use limited pitchers. You can play them in rare and hope to win another rare. I think that's actually, if you have that money to spend, I would rather do that than go into limited pro. Unless you already have a great team built. Who do they face? Oh, they're at Colorado. So that now's the time. Let's look at Colorado's pitching. There's a lot of lefties there, so I want to confirm that. Irena, Feltner, both with 4.5 ERAs and above, and then Kyle Freeman, the lefty, on Sunday. So you might only get two games out of those guys, but they're very, very cheap, and they have the potential to win you something. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. The other one I really love is the Cardinals. You can get Tyler O'Neill, Tommy Edman, and Dylan Carlson for 0.05. These are rares. So half or 1/20th of an Ethereum, 5% of an Ethereum. St. Louis is at Arizona, not a great hitting park, but Arizona's a bad pitching staff. So the fact that they're as bad as they are statistically while playing at a pitcher-friendly park, 0.5 for those guys. I mean, O'Neill and Edman give you value down the line too. They project incredibly well for 2023. Also, Nolan Arenado at 0.1 and Paul Goldschmidt at 0.128 for elite hitters. If you can swing that, like if you have, I don't know, if you have almost 0.3 to throw around, I would just go buy that Cardinal stack just for this weekend. And again, like you can resell them if they have good weekends. Two other stacks that I like, the Padres, obviously the upside guys like Machado and Soto are going to cost you a lot. But Jake Cronenworth 0.013, Trent Grisham 0.012 against the lowly Nationals. And actually, you can swing Manny Machado's limited for 0.028. So if you want to run that stack, maybe in rare with the Machado limited, and then drop Machado back down for your rare pro at a later time, like you get value down the line there. So, and then the other one, the Rays this weekend against Kansas City, bad pitching staff. Yandy Diaz 0.01, Isaac Paredes 0.014, Randy Arozarena 0.026, and Brandon Lau 0.03. Really should just be pulling these guys up in here. So let's go, just so you can kind of see some of the guys we like. I didn't hide enough in the hitters. St. Louis, Tampa. Who else are we talking about? The Giants, and then the Padres. Let's look at these guys only. Pop, 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 pop. Hide these really quick. All right, so let's look at who you're getting the most raw points from. Crawford and Belt, right here at the top, rest of season, like for 0.00007. That's rest of season. Like this is the top 20% of scorers the rest of season. That's what the red is for all of this. Yellow is top 15 and green is top 10. So here's Arenado and Goldschmidt, like I was talking about. Like there, this is lower. This is bad. Yellow is bad here. You're not getting a ton of value, but for their price and their matchup, pretty solid. Let's look for some yellows over here. Who else we got? Rosarena, 0.03 now. He pops. Josh Bell pops. Lau, pretty good. But yeah, so like if you need extreme value, again, here's Yastrzemski, Crawford, Belt, and then Peterson, and there's your giant stack. Like that's cheap. That's cheap, cheap. Like I might just go do it and then just run that out. If I wish Rare Pro was open because I would just do that. Hope they get hot. Hope to win a good super rare, and move on. So, um, what's some actual names here? There you go. Okay. So there are some options for the weekend. That's it. It's rewards time. I just wanted to talk a little bit about these different divisions and what you should be targeting. Just make sure you know what you're aiming for. If you're playing limited pro, do you feel like are you winning limited all-star? Are you not able to move up into rare? Even if you are able to move up into rare, like if you're winning in limited all-star, play them here. Try and move up. Especially if you're playing rare, especially if you have a couple more rares and all you need is just hit it one time and get one of these guys. If one of these dudes would push you over the top, I mean, yeah, play it. Jordan Alvarez at the bottom. That's hilarious. Can we drop him down to tier 2? All right, what are we looking at for my tier 4 here? How good can we actually get? I'd be fine with Minter. I'd be fine with Wood. I would prefer a pitcher down here, so I just don't have to spend on them. Camille Duvall? Wow. Chris Flexen would be fine. Hutchinson actually is one of those relievers who you can play as a starter. If I got him right here, I would be quite happy. Yeah, I mean, none of these guys are really going to change a lot of game weeks for me, but I mean, Joey Bart, I could just hold on to. All right, I already have a Kyle Finnegan. Neither of the Luis Garcias I want. I shouldn't be doing this to myself. Got some old heads. I'd love an Oscar Gonzalez. Are you kidding me? Especially against the 4 games against the Tigers this weekend. I'm playing him if I get him. Ooh, that's what I want that. All right. Rewards. Tier 4, tier 4, tier 4, tier 2. All right. Let's open this first. Oh, we opening the limited instead? Ah, wow. All right, that's not what I meant to do. Apparently we can't open the common. It's terrible, but that's a little anticlimactic. I wanted to open that last. Cedric Mullins is nice. All right. So, tier 4. If I'm clicking the right one. I don't know what's going on here. Is it just going to show me Cedric Mullins every time? Wonky. Oh no, this is not what we wanted. Brandon Belt? I don't even have to buy him. I don't even have to buy him. Okay, where's my other reward? I'm confused. Are you going to show me? No, this is not going well. Let's refresh. Did they steal my rewards from me? Let's go to my cards. Okay. All right. There's my actual rewards. Raimel Tapia. I got an outfielder finally. I don't care if he's horrible. He's better than Charlie Culberson. All right, cool. All right, so let's see. We talked about value propositions really quick. So Cedric Mullins, what is his super rare? Or sorry, I wish. What is his limited selling for? Cedric Mullins, 0.005. 0.005 Ethereum for a Cedric Mullins super rare. How about a Brandon Belt rare? 0.004. So I'm not selling either of them at this price. But how about a Travis d'Arnaud? 0.008. I think he's a backup. I will be selling him. I don't need him at all. Or I could just give him away. Might hold on to him for giveaways if I can't sell him. So yeah, that's that. So Cedric Mullins is limited is actually just marginally more than your Brandon Belt. So that just kind of gives you a little bit of perspective of what you're aiming for in which division. I obviously am not playing for tier 4 rares. I'm playing for big time rares, but I got a tier 4 this week and I actually kind of like it. I don't hate it at all. I'm probably going to play him next weekend. So not going to play him this week, but oh, and I got an outfielder in common. My common team might not be horrible now, but yeah. So think about that. And Darno was the most. Darno was the priciest one of all of them. That's weird, but okay, we'll see. So yeah, play for the rares. I mean, like you still want the rares, and sometimes you get a Cedric Mullins, and that helps you get the rares. That just play yourself up. That's the way to go. But all right, that's it. Subscribe, like all that stuff. You've heard me say that a million times. Spotify, Apple. Still haven't gotten the new channel up, but it's coming. And once that happens, and once trading happens, we'll be giving away some players, even some rares. Maybe this Darno. Like if I can't sell them, like I'd rather y'all have them. So thanks for tuning in, and until Friday, we'll talk again Friday for the weekend. But until then.